What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. Today, we got the first movie review of 2017 with Split. Now, Split is written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and it stars James McAvoy and Anya Taylor-Joy. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the positives I have with this film, and if I have any negatives that I can think of, I will get to that, and just by me saying that, you can tell this movie's pretty good. It's more so. Okay, so some things I want to touch on was, first off, the acting of James McAvoy. Now, we know James McAvoy is a great actor. He first came on the scene, majorly with the film Wanted, and that was hit and miss with some people, but it has a cult following. Then he stepped up to the scene as young Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier in the X-Men franchise, and he has become a pretty big staple of it, along with Michael Fassbender, so that's really cool. He is a great actor, and he delivers once again in this film. James McAvoy is clearly the highlight of the film. He's the best thing to watch. Him portraying 24 different personalities is amazing, and you don't necessarily get to see all of them, but you get a good majority, and it is pretty incredible that he can pull off different identities in just by himself. He's playing basically 24 separate characters all at once, and it's amazing how he pulls it off. And you also have to give credit to M. Night Shyamalan for his direction of the acting in this film, because not only was James McAvoy good, but Anya Taylor-Joy was also a big surprise. She was very good in this film. There were some parts where I think it had nothing to do with her delivery. It's just, I don't know why the character would be doing this in this situation. But if you were to break it down to the fear of the situation and the intensity of what's happening, then it could make sense that they would do what they do. Now, something you have to know is that this is, in fact, a thriller. And right from the get-go, when James McAvoy stepped on the scene, I was in suspense. I was feeling it, and I was like, oh wow, good job, that's amazing. Some of my interest in the film kind of leapt away, not because of the film, it's just there were some kids at the screening in the audience that were crying a lot, and you should not bring your kid to this type of movie. It doesn't make sense. This is a quote-unquote scary film. It's a thriller, it's suspenseful, so you really shouldn't bring your kids to such a thing. However, other than that, nothing about the film took me out of it. I was locked in right from the get-go. It was great. Now, I want to talk about my favorite personalities. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. I promise if there is any spoilers, I will give you a warning. But there won't be. Favorite personalities were the characters of Barry.
Barry is an extroverted leader.
Yes, I am.
And Hedwig.
My name's Hedwig. I have red socks.
Seriously, they are the funniest and intriguing personalities that you just... I mean, the other personalities are also intriguing, but these two guys were just my favorite. They were really fun to watch, and I just really dug them, because Barry is a sort of fashion designer, and Hedwig, as you saw in the trailer, he is a 9-year-old boy, and he acts like it, and it's hilarious. Seeing grown James McAvoy act like a 9-year-old, it's hysterical. Yeah, so there is comedy here and there in this suspenseful thriller, but when they have to turn right back to serious, they do, and it is suspenseful. It is just, oh my god, I hope they get out of there alive. So, and the other two girls that are locked up with Anya Taylor-Joy, they did pretty well, actually. I thought they did pretty good as the side characters that they were, but of course, Anya is the main actress of the film, and she's featured the most in the trailer, so you can pick up on that. But overall, guys, Split, if I'm looking over here, I'm sorry, I have my notes on screen. Split is the first film of 2017 I saw after seeing Rogue One again, which I thought this shirt was appropriate to wear because of the different sorts of troopers, split personalities, kind of worked out. Split is definitely a favorite film of mine. I am super glad I saw it. I have to give Split 4 stars. 4 out of 4 for me. It was that good. It was very entertaining. I'd probably see it again, honestly, with a friend that hasn't seen it and they want to. It's because it is a film like you'd want to watch again, see if you need to pick up on anything else, because Shyamalan can be like that. So I highly recommend you go see it. Now you may want to take off now because I am going to go into spoiler territory of the twist in the film. So please, if you have not seen Split, go do so. Check out this awesome twist at the end, and then come back and watch this if you are keen to do so. Now, that said, let's get into the twist. Now, I'd argue there's actually 2 twists in the film. The fact that the first twist, I'd say, is the fact that it took place in the basement of a zoo. The fact that Kevin, the main person that James McAvoy is, who he was born as, he lives under the zoo, which I wouldn't have picked up on. But the 24th personality of the Beast stems from all of these animals, grew into, as was described, a rhino hard skin, and, less friction so as to crawl on walls. It was really cool. The Beast was really intriguing, but yeah, I'd argue that's kind of a twist for the zoo. Maybe it wasn't too big of a thing. I thought that was going to be the twist, and I was like, oh, that's it. Did want to touch on that the character Anya Taylor-Joy, she had an abusive uncle, and she's with the cops in the back of a police car. She's just been treated for her leg, and they say the guardian's here. It's like, your uncle's here to pick you up. It's like, are you ready to go? And she just sits there in silence. Now, after that scene, you don't find out what happens to her, but you can imagine that she'll be okay because, the cop is clearly looking at her and picking up that, hey, something's wrong. Other than that, that's the only, I don't have an answer to that. I don't know what happened. I would like to know, but I don't. Now, let's get to the big twist everybody loves and is talking about, probably, is the fact that at the end of the diner, they're watching the police report of Kevin going missing. He's still alive. Oh my god. But they're like, hey, that reminds you of the dude in the wheelchair 15 years ago they sent to prison. Who is it? And then you see Bruce Willis with a name tag that says Dunn, as in David Dunn, and he says Mr. Glass. And it's like, oh my god, that's David Dunn, Mr. Glass. Unbreakable exists. The film Unbreakable exists in the same universe. That is crazy. That is awesome. And now I would love to have that Unbreakable sequel to see what David has been doing this whole time. I very much want that. I'm sure other people want it too. It was just such a cool thing. Now, the whole film, I'm watching it, and I'm just like in a constant state of suspense and sometimes uncomfort, and I'm locked into the film. I'm like, yeah, okay. This is a good film. It's very serious. But as soon as Bruce Willis came on screen, and I saw the name tag, and he said Mr. Glass, you know right away, and I went from serious suspense mode to, oh my god, fanboy, oh my god. It's like me and my dad, who saw it with me, like, we're hitting each other back and forth, like, oh my god, what? It was seriously fantastic. Great job, Shyamalan. Thank you so much for making this film. Please make an Unbreakable 2. Please. With that being said, guys, that's it. I hope you guys have already seen Split, and I hope maybe you'd like to check it out again. I'm definitely going to pick it up on DVD and Blu-ray. For sure. Guys, that was the first review of 2017 for me. Unbreakable. Now, sure, this wasn't my usual journey to where I vlog my trips, but this isn't a big franchise film like I normally do it with, like what I did with Suicide Squad, or Captain America Civil War, or Doctor Strange. But, or Star Wars. But, that's okay. It just wasn't a big thing. If you hear anything in the background, that is my cat. I am sorry. But with that being said, guys, a new year of movies is starting off, and I hope Split actually gets a Oscar nom next year. Like James McAvoy's Best Actor, I think, could be a possibility. That wraps it up for me, guys. I am super excited to bring you guys new movie reviews this year. You could probably tell that. So, that being said, I hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always.